Stay on with me, Vyenja. I'm also being joined by Mohammad Ali Shah. So China being very, very cautious, very tepid, it's also trying to sort of realize the importance of having friendly relations at this point of time with the United Nations member countries, especially with in wake of the fact that the entire world is rallying against China over the pandemic which had its origin points in Wuhan, in China.
Right. So I will tell you, the People's Republic of China is not only a large country spanning from the Pacific Ocean in the east to cover most of the west Asian landmass till Central Asia in the west, right? The geographical spread is not the only challenge that China poses. Understanding China poses a far bigger challenge. I would rather now say understanding China used to pose a challenge earlier, because now they have started getting very predictable. And limited transparency, which was there earlier, which would make it even more difficult, but not anymore. Because now we have really caught on to the pulse of China, what they are actually trying to do. They are only trying to win wars without fighting. And the whole element of surprise in any fight is very important. That is the reason why ambushes in the northeast are very successful, who are very good at guerrilla warfare. But here, there is no element of surprise. We have exactly caught on to the pulse of what the next move of China is going to be, what Xi Jinping is trying to do next now. Unless and until, I am reinstating that, we have it documented in files as per the agreement. Because, if you go back to history, 19th April to 25th April 1960, the two prime ministers of both the countries met in New Delhi and they came on an agreement. You look at the Panchsheel, the 5-point agreement. You look at the Shimla Pact. The only treaty which is clearly demarcated is the Treaty of Trishul of 1842. Apart from that, everything is in air. So these talks can continue, 6th level talks, thereafter 7th level, 8th level, any level. But unless and until it is all documented and kept in files, nothing is really going to come out of it. Well, I can give you again a historic example. In 2007, America came up with this idea of forming a Quad, which means Australia, India, Japan and America will train their fighter pilots in the Anderson Air Force Base of America. But the plan fizzled out for 10 years. It was revived in 2017. And now, yes, these 4 countries would be training their fighter pilots, hopefully together. There is a talk of roping in Singapore as well. The G8 countries, the UK...
Yes, I think you're absolutely bang on the point.